with all the stuff that pops up in our daily life, the stuff that just comes out of nowhere, how in the world do you deal with it? How do you keep moving forward? I gave you 20 seconds to get this task done. Why didn't you? Pat, why didn't you get that open?
I wasn't hungry.
You weren't hungry?
I wasn't hungry for chocolate.
Pat, I don't care if you're hungry. I need the work done now. Did anyone get the wrapper open? Do you see how we do this to our team sometimes? We give them this project that is huge, that is massive, and we don't think that it might be a little bit intimidating. And so they don't even start. They think, I can't finish this in one sitting, so I'm not even going to open it. And what do? The same thing I was just going, come on, Chris, why didn't you open it? Work harder, work faster. I don't care if you're hungry, golden boy, do it. I looked into the eyes of these kids, and this is what I saw. At the end of the day, one, they realized they weren't nearly as different as they thought. In an environment where looking cool, there's probably nowhere else in the world where looking cool is as important as in high school. There were kids that were totally being vulnerable, breaking down, crying, hugging. And when I looked into the eyes of these kids, every single one of them was crying out for significance. They just wanted to feel like they mattered. And a company like this, it wouldn't exist if there wasn't a problem, would they? We know this goes on in schools. But do you think it ever happens in your office? More and more today, people want, they don't even want, they expect more social interaction. They expect more fun in their life. So I think that we can't be addicted to that same old story. Throughout our talk today, you're going to hear me say over and over again, change our story and change our lives. And what I mean by that, changing our story is that internal dialogue we have. That conversation that we tell ourselves over and over. Man, this person never performs for me. She can never quite cut it. She can never. That's an old story. Being in this wheelchair, there were so many stories I told myself. And no one's going to change them except us. And when we do, I think that opens the opportunity for changes to come into our life. And I'll give you a perfect example of how to change your story. And this is a way that you can engage your team in a way that reaches these people who want to have more fun and more interaction in their life. So for you, this means adjusting the way that you pull out performance from your team. I think we can use the power of story to compete on an inner level. Because we don't want to be competing on price alone. We just become a commodity to the people we serve, to those top-level employees we are trying to attract. And they're just going to go to the next place that offers it $1 cheaper or pays $1 more. And only 14% of people buy solely on price anyway. Write this down. Influence equals. Influence equals. The heart is where you start. That emotional currency that you can give to your team when you're giving them a pep talk on a Monday morning meeting, that's how we compete with people today who want more fun and enjoyment in their life.